What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So, this past weekend I went out to the range. I went out range, was go shooting my M11A1. Just working on my grouping and all that good stuff. And I was coming across some issues, so we're gonna talk about that real quick, and you're gonna find out quickly why all of a sudden I'm carrying a Glock 19 again. So let's get into it. All right, so this weekend I was out shooting. We were doing bullseye training. I'm doing a video about the importance of bullseye training here soon. But I was out there doing some bullseye training and stuff like that, and I was shooting. And I basically got some range ammo. The stuff was at the range. It was just some cheap stuff that I found at the range, like really crappy old Winchester and the crappy cardboard box and stuff like that too. It was cheap. That's why I could afford it at the moment. So I went there. I started shooting. And about 20 rounds in, I put down about 150 rounds that day. About 20 rounds in, I started getting a double feed. I got a double feed. I was like, okay, that's not cool. So I cleared my double feed, and then I started shooting some more, and I got another double feed. And then that's not cool, so I cleared it. I shot some more, and I get another double feed, and then I got another double feed, and I got another double feed. And I'm like, mother crap, what the heck just happened? When I bought my M11A1, I had zero issues, zero issues. I've probably put about, I'm gonna say at least about 1,500 rounds through it, give or take. And all the ammo I've run through has been good. Every single round that I put through it has been good. I've never had any issues. I take care of it. I maintain it on a daily basis. But the second I put this crappy Winchester ammo in there, usually Winchester, I like the Winchester white box, but this crappy stuff, the gun just wouldn't feed. It just wouldn't feed or wouldn't extract, and it wouldn't extract is the best way to say it. It wasn't extracting. It kept causing double feeds. Now that could be a couple things. It could be that was just really crappy ammo. I don't know. I'm going to put some more rounds through it as soon as I can to do that. Test that, see if it was an ammo issue. But the thing is it wasn't just on one of my magazines. All three of my magazines were having issues. Now, I've never had any issues with the SIG until this weekend. I've never had any issues with the SIG until this weekend. Now, in my state, we are a 10-round magazine law state. All right, so in the state of Connecticut, you have to have 10-round magazines. That's the max amount of rounds you're allowed to have in your magazines. So because of that, we get kind of the aftermarket magazines that come out here, and some of them are kind of cheap and kind of cheesy, and I've had issues with other 10-round magazines before. Now, usually when you have like a double feed issue, it's usually because there's a spring problem. That's what, in my experience, this was been in my personal experience. We have double feed problem. That's usually the springs. The springs are getting weak in the magazine, and it usually happens towards the end of the magazine. But the thing that was happening is this is happening in the beginning of the magazines. It was also happening at the end of the magazines. So I don't know if it's a weak spring issue. I don't know if it's an ammunition issue. I'm not quite sure what it is. So I'm going to be taking it out again, probably either this weekend or the next weekend, and I'm going to try to put another 100 rounds through it. But so I'm down my carry gun. My carry gun is down right now. The confidence I've had in it is kind of shaking at the moment until I can get some more rounds tested through it. So right now I'm back to my Glock 19, good old Glock 19. Be carrying that a lot. I also this time of year carry my 1911 a lot. Still have not had a single issue with that Rock Island 1911, man. I'll tell you, I have not had a single issue with that. I had a couple issues with a couple of magazines, the factory magazine, but once you run a Wilson's through it, that thing just cycles and cycles and cycles. So that gun has by far been very, very, very reliable so far, and my Glock is always reliable. I've actually had more malfunctions with my Glock than I have with my Rock Island. The Glock, I've had a lot of light primer strikes with it. Probably I'm going to say within the last, I probably put about 5,000 rounds through it. And probably out of the 5,000 rounds, I think I've had about 10 light primer strikes, it's kind of odd for me. But that also happens more commonly in striker fire guns than it does hammer fire guns. But anyway, so that's the problem. My SIG M11A1 is down. All right, I'm going to test it out some more, and if that's not the case, then I'm going to have to bring it to a smith and have him take a look at it. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and remember, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.